In the physical world, there are two separate parts. There are physical light bearers, as I discussed in one of my earlier videos, and there is the actual light itself, which carries the revelation of these things to a person's eyes. Now, when you are in the dream, however, things are slightly different because there is no physical reference point for any of the things that you see or experience. It is a world purely revealed to you by the light that has no physical light bearing, what's the word that I'm looking for here? Counterpart. Any physical thing that you see there is just a spiritual thing. That's it. And Lucifer, the light bearer, is cast down into the physical world. And it is because he has been cast down, he wants to create a false spiritual world. That is the Mark of the Beast system, wherein basically they will monitor people's brainwaves and then manipulate people's brainwaves through direct, interfaces on, the head, hand, etc. Basically gain direct access to the neural system and then begin to manipulate it so that they can actually control what a person what a person sees and what a person does. Not just in the physical, but also in the spiritual realm. And this is why, this is also another way of saying human beings will be partially shock troops or foot soldiers against God in the war against heaven. They are part of the armies that will be gathered by the Antichrist to fight the Lamb on the last days. And then, how do I put this? It's a very bad idea to assume that because you know that they're going to have the chips soon already. In a lot of places, they already have beta versions of them. Probably a lot less sophisticated than they would need to be to use that for that specifically, but the technology is coming along. And the point is, the idea that you could just trust someone, some multi-billion-dollar conglomerate collective, to put some weird technology in it that transmits and receives information, and actually believe that none of that is going to be manipulated or used against you in some way is utterly ridiculous. I mean, when you think about it on its most simple level, a person should trust individuals. A person should not trust collectives. Because, as it has been shown in the past many, many times, collective groups tend towards basically corruption. Always. It is like the axiom of collectivism on Earth, is that collectivism leads to corruption. Fact on Earth. That is what is going to happen. And so, and these chips are going to be issued by collectives, and they're going to be used by collectives. And so, you shouldn't trust them. You should not trust the people issuing the chips. Corporations, countries, militaries, things like this. These are collectives, and they're going to be using that not in such a way as would actually serve the interests of individual people. They are going to use that as such way that they can serve the interests of the collective itself. And the collective is essentially Luciferianism is the ultimate grand master collective of all the different collectives when you get right down to it. And it's just something that it needs to be acknowledged. An individual person, you can trust that person. You can judge just based on what they've done, what their actions are, if they are a trustworthy person or if they are not trustworthy person. But a collective can bounce back around all over the place. Maybe they'll be trustworthy one day, maybe they won't be the next day, because their leaderships are unstable. And at the end of the day, that kind of confusion is what leads it to people being able, just deciding, screw it, I'm just going to go for it anyway. And it's a remarkably unhealthy way to look at it. Anyway, Let me know what you thought of this video in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Have a blessed day.